Power 92, we are number one in the streets. It's your girl Bree Specific. You rocking and vibing with me. It's Sunday, and on my Zoom with me today, I got my girl Chella H. What's going on, baby?
Hey Bree, what's up now?
So how you been feeling, Chella? Like, what's going on?
I've been feeling great.
Yeah.
Life is amazing, you know. I don't complain. A lot of times, even if I come through some triumphs, I compare myself to those that's going through worse, like people losing their parents, their kids, they blind, handicapped, they ugly, they fucked up people. And I'm just glad and grateful for the stage I'm in.
They ugly, but no, I feel you though, because it's like you wake up sometimes and you be like, I gotta tackle this day, but then you think about everything that you already have that other people might not have. Like, you just think about your blessings and you like, I got this. Like, I can do it, period. I feel that. I do wanna, so I've been doing this thing where I've been trying to, give my people their flowers. And Chella, I don't know if you remember, but you gave me like one of my first Chicago interviews when I came back to Chicago and started doing this. It was at Party and Peace Fest 2016. And Cody was like, go ahead and interview Chella. And I was like so grateful for you to just take the time out to just talk to me back in the day before. That was before I was even on Power.
Right. What's the word? Shout out to Cody. I remember I had on the wig was a little crooked. I had on the white outfit, white pants.
Yes.
We was in like some festival, right?
Yes, I had, and that's crazy. I had the same braids, but they was like purple or something like that. But I had the exact same braids. But you've been doing a lot in the media. I've been seeing you everywhere, like literally everywhere. Like, you in the media, you doing collabs with influencers, you doing Hip Hop Harry. I thought I was gonna see you on Sesame Street with Elmo next, and you at the Kanye parties. Like, what's going on professionally with Chella H right now?
Well, I'm back. Well, I didn't ever stop. Well, I did stop, but I'm pushing my songs. I got 2 songs right now, Frozen, and You Can See It. I'm also got some acting stuff going on. I got some opportunities in acting, and I'm also taking acting classes, and I'm doing skits. I'm just doing me. I'm just doing whatever the spirit leads me to.
You're just creating. You're a creator.
I am.
And I love to see it. For sure. I love to see like everything.
Thank you.
It's like we wake up every day in Chicago and Chella H doing something else.
Something. Who knows what I'm going to do today? You just never know.
For sure. How was Super Bowl weekend?
Super Bowl weekend for me was fun. I didn't do a lot of work. But it was fun. I chilled with some people with some great energy. Sipped on the little 42. Okay. And I loved the halftime show. It was the halftime show for me. I loved it.
The halftime show. I feel like it hit everybody culturally a little different. So what was it for you that just hit you?
For me, it was Dr. Dre. It was real LA-ish. I like to see people come together, and that's always been one of my things. So it was Dr. Dre, and the fact that he brought Eminem, the fact that he had 50 Cent. It was Mary. When Mary sang that No More Pain, it's just like it brought me chills through my spine. You know what I'm saying? And I just like the whole how it was put together, from the artist to the layout. I don't know if people noticed, but I love how they had the ground. Did you see it?
The turf with the different rooms and stuff?
No. So the flooring was a map of LA, the top of LA.
I don't even think I paid attention.
Right. So I saw that and I was like, damn, like that was dope. Like,
that is dope.
So I love the halftime show. It's one of my favorites. I was going back and forth with some people that was like, I was like, I loved it.
I loved it too. I thought it was dope to bring so many different people from the culture together, especially with Jay-Z being able to spearhead that and be like, all right, this is what we're going to do for our people. I thought that was amazing to see.
See, I don't even know what Jay-Z did, but I'm talking about, it was Dre for me, because he came out like saying they forgot about Dre. And, I just like for people to just get their flowers, like you said. So that's what it was for me. It was the whole Dre, and it was just all of that.
So going back to you being in the media and you've been doing different podcasts and things. So I saw a podcast episode that you did where I feel like you said something about one thing that you wish you would have did, like when you was first starting out, was not focus on being in Chicago so much, like being like that Chicago girl. So do you feel like what you're doing right now is kind of like you rewriting that, like, Chella, like I'm gonna branch out more, like I'm gonna, make sure I work outside of Chicago opposed to just, putting like being here in the city?
Well, I've always been able to like move around, even though I never, I've always lived in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Me coming and moving, I didn't just completely move, so I'm still in Chicago too. It's just some business adventures that I have were out here, So when I said that, I meant as far as like not just worrying about, just like now with the whole, I say this all the time, and I said it yesterday when I was interviewing. A lot of girls be focused on, oh, Chicago and this in Chicago. And yeah, you do get your city, but sometimes that localness could keep you local. And people be so worried about that. And that ain't even like the goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes it's just like, even with having Chella Chicago on my Instagram name, it's like you just go automatically know where I'm from. But then when you research, it's like people gonna be like, oh, Chella, woo, 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 yeah, that's Chella. But you know how people be, just hating too. So sometimes it's just best to, I just find that with me and some other girls who just be so pro they city, they can get stuck there. Not even just physically, but mentally, and just group there. And that might not be the best thing if you're trying to go on a more global level.
So what advice would you give to younger artists, or even like people that want to be in movies or want to act or want to produce or anything? Like, what advice would you give to them if they do have that mindset, but in the back of their head, they like, I need to branch out, but I just can't leave my city right now?
Yeah. I say stay consistent, whether you're in your city or if you move, just staying consistent, not really worrying about what everybody think, because with me, a lot of people, when I came out kind of, not kind of, I came out, ratchet. I had songs like Pay for This and, Slipped and these type of songs. And a lot of people was like, oh my God, to where it had me feeling like, damn, maybe I'm doing too much. And then you have it 10 years later, that's what people doing. You know what I'm saying? For example, I had a conversation with a girl from Chicago yesterday, and I so happened to be on YouTube, and somebody clicked me in a comment, and then I saw her comment that I had never seen. This was 8 years ago. So I clicked on it and I said, damn, is this, it said Cupcake. So I clicked on it, I said, is this Cupcake? And she had thumbs down my Slipped on It record.
From 8 years ago.
From 8 years ago. But I only saw it yesterday because it was pointed out to me. So I'm like, hold on, wait. I clicked on it, I said, wait. Now, I always show her love and stuff. And, we talk sometimes. So I had hit her up and showed. I said, damn, here it is. I'm showing you love.
Come on, what was wrong with you back
then? And she was like, well, that was 8 years ago. I wasn't as into that type of music,
Yeah.
But 2 years later, she came out with a real ratchet vagina like that. So it was like, even if my influence is not highlighted, it's there.
It's still,
and I say that to say, you got to go with doing what matters to you or what you feel is interesting. Because for me, I had kind of like toned it down a little bit, but that's because I'm listening to all these other people, when a lot of people who close to you and who local, they don't even really matter.
I feel that. And I feel like a lot of the best artists are the ones who are themselves, not the ones that try to like ride a wave or be like, okay, well, this is what all the girls talking about, so this is
right.
what I'm gonna talk about. This is what I'm gonna do to my body because all the girls are doing it. Like, just do what fits for you. And then, like you said, that was 8 years ago. So that still says a lot about like your music and who you are. It's still substantial.
Ahead of my time.
Right. And it's timeless. Like, it's not gonna just go away just because you put out another single or you decide to rap about something else. Like, it's still there, it's still substance. So let's talk about Bikeology, right? Because when
That's
I
right.
saw the clip when you talking about it, I was like, yes, I agree, because I do the same thing with men, right? So it's like,
Yes.
I remember one time I had an ex and he was telling me how he was having a bad day, like something happened and he really didn't know how to get out of it. So I just happened to be at the mall. So I went to Nordstrom's and got him like some Tom Ford cologne real quick. And I felt like after that little, okay, here you go, like, just wanted to make your day better. After that, it's like, okay, what you want? You want this? Here you go. Like it just started,
Right.
it started flowing.
Yeah.
So just let everybody know who don't know what Bikeology is. Explain to them what it is.
Well, basically, reverse Bikeology. That's the coin. Reverse Bikeology. It's I got it because it's like reverse psychology, but more so Bikeology, because it's basically just investing a little to get a lot. And it goes with men, it could go with people, and it ain't really like a trick. You know what I'm saying? But it's more so a process. Example, I saw something the other day where Lil Durk said Lil Baby bought him something, and in return he bought, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't just the females, and it might not be the intention, but yeah, it's just sometimes you got to do that. But it is good for ladies to do that. Mm-hmm. A lot of bitches is like, oh my God, you giving the game away and you giving the price. And it ain't me giving the game away. It's just me sharing the game, which a lot of bitches are too insecure to do that. Mm-hmm. So if I can teach some bitches some shit that's gonna help them lifelong, then be grateful.
Exactly, for sure. But no, when you said it, I was like, and I never thought about it like that. But it's just like, sometimes, and then sometimes it just be pure intentions. You just be like, I want to do something nice for you. Like maybe we haven't been dating that long, or maybe it could just be like one of your homegirls. Like, you've been looking out for me. Let me go ahead and like bless you.
Right.
Just show your appreciation. And some people don't get that appreciation that much. Yeah. So they appreciate when, the little stuff do come their way. So yeah.
But the jury boxes do work.
I'm gonna start, I ain't gonna say I'm gonna start doing that, because somebody, like you said, somebody might watch this interview 8 years ago and be like, 8 years from now and be like, oh, so that's why you bought me a jury box.
But at the end of the day, they gonna love it.
Yeah. And then, men love personalized things. They like stuff.
They do.
Like, just for
I get all my niggas. I always, like, even when this came out, it was people, texting me, oh, and at the end of the day, they just laughed.
Yeah, that's
niggas need jury boxes, because you got to think they ain't got nowhere to put it, and even with that particular box, you can lock it and travel with it. So
true, because I know a lot of men that just put it in like the little bag,
right? Like
the little, it ain't a Crown
Royal
safe, bag, but it looked like a little Crown Royal bag, and it's like,
right?
Why are you keeping
it? Ain't safe.
You don't need that. So let's talk about. So I want to ask you a question, because you've been in the game for a long time, and I know you personally, and a lot of artists, female artists and other creators know you personally. Have you ever thought about going into like management or doing like the behind the scenes part of music and entertainment?
Well, I actually have. I've done it for quite a few people, and I might do it more in the future, and I still do. I might not boast it, but that's not what I want to do at this moment, because I just got a lot of more stuff that I want to do. Mm-hmm. And for that, it was just like draining for me versus because one thing you can't control is other people's actions and character. You can only control yourself. Sure. So sometimes, you can put it in. I did try that. You put in that work and you try, but then it's like, okay, let me get back to me. So that's what happened with me. So that's what I'm doing. Now, later down the road, I might, if I find a coachable person who's respectful and who values me, you know what I'm saying, and understands business, because that's what it is. It's business for me. Then maybe I will.
Yeah, and you gotta
have right now. That ain't what I'm on. But I did start a new company. It's called Above the Water Agency, where I will be picking selective people that I feel are worthy to be in my presence and to handle business with. And I'm gonna do some things with them. But right now, that ain't what I gotta do right now.
Above the water, so is that like
above water?
Above water?
Yep.
Above water. Is it because you like a mermaid?
I am a mermaid. Do you know what a mermaid is?
It's like a mystical creature with a
no. A mermaid. a mermaid is a beautiful survivor that can maneuver through anything and remain above water at all times.
Well,
that's my definition of a mermaid.
I like that. I like that. I like the brand.
You're a mermaid. Look at you.
You know,
look at your growth from years on to now when you started out doing what you do. And now look at you. You got your own show. You popping your
you
know,
I gotta do. I appreciate
it.
For sure. So Above Water, is it more like a management company or like I feel like you could do management and I feel like you could kind of do marketing. Like I feel
it's more like an agency. Okay. So we don't manage, because manage is more like, well, it some of the perks of being a part of the agency is helping manage. But it won't be like day-to-day management and nothing. It's more so like presenting opportunities and helping with plans.
Okay, like a talent agency.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. So what else do you have going on, Chella? I want specifics. I don't want like, well, I've been acting, I've been doing this. I need to
Well, that's what I got going on. That's what I got going on. I got, like I said, I got 2 songs right now, Frozen. We about to shoot the video for that. I got the song, You Can See It, that I just did with Shauna, produced by Sauceman Keys. That video is about to drop. I got other collabs. I'm preparing an album. My album Above Water will be dropping this spring.
Okay, that's what I like.
It's lit. I got a bunch of, I don't have a bunch, but I have some good features on there. I got another song with Trina. I got a song with Soulja Boy. And a couple of other things going on as far as the album. Okay. And again, I'm just doing it all. I still got Straight Drop Uncut. I got another media opportunity that's coming as well. So
is it television or?
Yeah.
The opportunity. Okay, that's dope. I do want to touch on, I feel like you and Shauna have like a very great like sisterhood relationship.
We do.
And I love to see that, especially with female artists, especially in the city. So when we get into this conversation of being the queen of Chicago, just let everybody know real quick. Let's start off. To you, what makes someone the queen of Chicago?
I talked about this yesterday too. My opinion, as said, is not just about, it could be many things, Bree. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be wanting to put nobody down who feel like they the queen. If they feel like they the queen and they head and they friends, then, just let them have their moment. You know what I'm saying? But to me, when it comes to Queen of Chicago, and I say this all the time, why I say I'm the queen, I don't downplay nobody else. I don't downplay Nuisance. I don't downplay Shauna, the Brat, Tifa. You know what I'm saying? I don't downplay the girls after me. Sasha, Katie, Chinchilla Meek, or, the girls who was really, or, even some of the newer girls, I never discredit them. But to me, when it comes to the queen, it's more than just songs or being popular. You know what I'm saying? I created myself because, for one, I've always lived in Chicago. When it comes to Chicago shit, I am Chicago. I run Chicago. Been running it for a long time, with all due respect. I built a business in Chicago. I ain't never seen nobody do that in Chicago. I've done more songs with any female from Chicago. I was the first person. I'm on the radio in Chicago, independent, with no budget, consistently. In the clubs, independent, no budget, no team, consistently for a very long time. Since I started till now. You know what I'm saying? I'm highly respected and well connected. I know how to treat people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The way that I move, I show respect to, again, all the females. So, the queen, like I said, the queen really is, the definition of the queen is the ruler of the land. Mm-hmm. So, I am. That's a fact. Even if people want to discredit it or not. And I think a lot of times, Bree, with me, they know, you know what I'm saying? But they might say, like, for example, some of them, with all due respect, because I love Shauna, that's my girl. Shauna is more special to me than most. Mm-hmm. But a lot of times they'll either say, they might say, oh, Shauna, and they say that, not that she's not, but because that's what they're either being told to say, or they know that if they don't say it, then people go come for them. versus with me, they really want to put me in a back burner. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, and they'll be in my DM or, they appraise, people appraise you.
They don't say it out loud.
That's all the people. Well, most of them. But it's okay because, again, they don't matter. And like I said, ain't nobody really kicking down no doors for nobody right now.
Especially females.
Like, ain't nobody just super booked and busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, and that's the thing. So I don't really be caring because I know and they know and the people know. And even the people, they speak up. They could speak up more if we talking facts. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really care about that. And again, that ain't my goal because if you know, you know. Right. And if you don't, you slow. Period.
Period, for sure. And I wanted to just ask because I felt like, the conversation kind of started from straight drive.
Right.
And
the new conversation, because
the
this
new
conversation,
the one that's kind of been brewing around for like the past week or 2 weeks.
Right.
And I feel like it's been half and half. Like half of the media has been like, yeah, what makes you the queen of Chicago? But then half of the media is trying to like put like a negative connotation. Like it can only be one person. You have to pick between this person or this person. Like you kind of said how people try to pin you and Shauna against each other a little bit. So what would you say?
Well, I didn't really say that. I said when it comes to that, they will be quicker to say Shauna, not because they know her music or that they know her accolades, or because we can't debate Shauna's accolades. If we talking accolades, you got people like Shauna, Dreezy, that have reached a certain level that nobody has reached yet. But if we talking locally, Chicago, and we talking about the ruler of the land in multiple ways, that's where I come in at. You know what I'm saying? But they not going to highlight that because I'm sure they know. Now, some of them, again, I always say it's different generations. You know what I'm saying? But if they don't know, they've been told. But yeah. I am intimidating. I walk in the room and I just got this aura about me that make a bitch just don't want to highlight me. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't finna add on to it. You got to be pretty confident with yourself to be like, and I've seen some of the younger girls say it, and I've seen people just downplay it. But again, it is what it is. And last time I checked, validation was for parking. So I don't need no validation from no bitch at the end of the day.
This is for sure. I just didn't really like the negative connotation they was trying to, like the negative narrative they was trying to make all of it. But at the same time, this is rap and, rap beef come and go. It's like, that's part of the game. So I appreciate it in a way, but how some of the media was trying to spin it, it was like, bro, at the end of the day, everybody could be their own type of queen.
That's what I said too.
Chicago. Like you said, like you do a lot of things. You had a store, like you got foundations and you had.
And it's only one Chella.
It's only one Chella. You ain't gonna go to LA.
In the world. In the world. It's only one Chella in the world, okay? But they also, when they jump out there and say that, you just gotta stick to it. You gotta show receipts.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need the supporting details behind it. Like what makes you the queen of Chicago if you gonna beef and you gonna rap and you gonna be as loud as you are about being a queen of Chicago. You gotta have the receipts. You gotta have the details behind it for sure. So what do you feel like is one of the hardest things about being a female artist?
When you're a fine female artist and you smell good like me and you look good and you just got this charisma about yourself, you got a lot of niggas that's trying to fuck, and they get emotional. So you got to be careful with that because one thing that I do know, some women can ruin their whole careers by fucking.
And I was gonna ask, when you say niggas, do you mean like niggas in the industry or like just men?
Yeah, mainly niggas or however. Like if you a hoe and you just fucking everybody, the streets talk. And when you have people in the business and you fuck them and it gets emotional, or if it becomes a problem, that could ruin your whole shit, all because you wanted to slip on some dick. Now you're not being respected as such. And these guys, they be talking. You know what I'm saying?
Baby, they talk for sure.
Yeah, and when you carry yourself to a certain way, you keep your legs closed and maybe just, if you want to be a hoe, then fuck sad people, not really like business people, because they don't carry you the same way. So that's an issue, you know, being a female. You know, I've had men that's like feel away, you know, because they either secretly like me, you know. Last year, so I'm working on my own documentary, right? I've been doing it for some years. And I sent out some texts to about 10 people, and they was like, you're safe. You're safe. You're not safe. Because in my documentary, I'm talking about people that I'm bringing it to the forefront. Because I feel like this got to be addressed. And some of the people I told wasn't safe, they instantly called me because they know one thing about Chella, when she talks, she gonna tell the truth, whether it's good or bad. People know, like, I talk facts. So everybody's trying to make sure they're safe, or I'm not gonna blast them out. So just stay tuned for that, because
I think that's so important, because I was just having this conversation with somebody else in the industry. Like, as women, like, even as women in the industry, like, I feel like a lot of men, especially even men that are like older than you or consider themselves like a big homie, or they feel like they have certain opportunities to put you in certain rooms, they will try to take advantage of you and act like, you could even tell them like, bro, you being weird right now, or like, I'm not on that. But it doesn't stop them, because they feel like they so powerful, and they feel like, well, if she not gonna stop, you know, indulging in it, because she want me to introduce her to this person, or she want put her on my show, put her on my concert, or on my tour type thing. And I think, and I feel like you do what Chella do in your documentary and let it out, because I feel like somebody needs to bring this to the forefront, because it's definitely a struggle in the industry when it comes to women. Like, you can't expect us to be quiet all the time just because you got a name or you work under this person. We know we was to say something, somebody might not believe us.
Yeah, that's true. But too, like, and that's true. And, you know, I tell people all the time, and I've lost relationships and opportunities because I didn't fuck with certain niggas. Like, I have. And it might just be worth it, because at the end of the day, I be thinking, like, I'm so blessed, because the true colors always come out, that they clown ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? And it be just some niggas that's just bitch ass niggas too. Like, for example, it's some people who may be my age that didn't get to where they needed to get or where they wanted to get. So they'll feel like, oh, she needs to sit down because they don't believe in themselves enough. And the fact that I still do believe in myself and I have confidence, they don't, they'll try to downplay me. So it's a lot of bitch ass niggas like that. And it's a lot of people like that. I ain't gonna even say all of them bitches. They just, I forgive them for that because they don't know. But then I see some people that's like, eventually they'll start doing what they want to do. And instead of them saying, damn, you inspire me. Or they might say it, but it'll be in a text or a DM, but they won't say it publicly. You look publicly there. It's just like, it be a lot dealing with men. And bitches be like that. Because I see a lot of bitches who be in everybody else comments and everybody else, you know, posting them, but then to text me bars for my song. It's like a lot of people do that.
Yeah. So how do that make you feel any type of way? Or do you just kind of take a mental note and be like, I see it?
I just understand it ain't a bitch like me, Bree. And I've been knew that for a long time. So it's not as shocking. You know what I'm saying? So when I see bitches with different characteristics that's different than that, then I just put more energy into them and show them more appreciation than worrying about who phony. Because if I worried about who was phony,
you wouldn't be what you are.
That shit is like, I already know. And nothing nobody does surprises me at this point in my life. Whether it's rap, whether it's business, it's like, I really don't be giving a fuck.
I feel that for sure. I definitely feel that for sure. But let everybody know, Frozen is out now.
Frozen is out now. Stream it. It's doing great. Shout out to all the DJs in Chicago, in the clubs, all the ladies that's spinning it, all the niggas. I got You Can See It hit record with my girl Shauna. Shout out to Shauna. Video is on the way. And buy my merch. You know, I got some merch that's doing great. My TikTok lit. I got a movie out, Hands Up. You can go watch that. Make sure y'all watch this interview. And I did another interview recently that was pretty lit, the lip service. You need to go watch that. and just, you know, just keep supporting. And I just thank everybody who do support me. And I just a message for all the bitches. Like, it is a drought on real bitches. So if you haven't been a real bitch all this time, then today is the day where you do a self-check. You know what I'm saying? Check yourself and just work on it.
For sure. For sure. I like that. That was a great way to end the interview, Chella. I appreciate it. Yes, make sure y'all.
I appreciate you, Queen.
I love you, Chella. You know I love you.
I love you too. I know. I love you too. And they do too. They've been talking bad, so they can't like publicly say it. You know how it is.
No, well, I'm an only child, so I could care less.
And that's how I be. I be like,
I'm spoiled. I'm a brat, so I could care less what anybody else got to say.
Yes, and that's how you got to be, because at the end of the day, the world is full of a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like with niggas. People put too much energy. It clicked out.
Nah, I see you.
Okay. It's just like with niggas. People put out too much energy. Like, and I know how love is, you know what I'm saying? When you really like one guy, but then bitch, you gotta get it together. Like, you gotta go outside, it's so many men. You've been wasting years and years on one, and then you know your life, you only living from birth to 100. So how much percentage of the life you go get this nigga? Like, exactly. You know. And it's the same thing with people. When people show you who they are, believe them. You know what I'm saying? So.
For sure. Because every one person that's not going to support, you're going to find somebody to support.
Period. And just focus on getting money and being happy and having inner peace.
For sure. But yes, when you come back to Chicago, actually, I get to come out there where you at, actually.
I'll be back in Chicago next month. I forgot what day, but I'll be there. Somebody just booked me for an event because I'm still getting booked. Because I am Chella H, and that's bigger than the music. The first lady and the queen. You hear me?
All that good stuff. Well, thank you, Chella. I love you. You have a great day.
I love you too. You too, sweetheart.